Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Brent and in today's video we're going to go ahead and cover transferring brokerages from one brokerage to another, and in this video we're going to go ahead and be transferring from M1 Finance over to the Merrill Edge platform that is with Bank of America, also known in the past as Merrill Edge. Now in this video we're going to quickly cover why I'm transferring out of my M1 Finance account, kind of the history behind several accounts over the past few years, and then kind of go over the process of transferring from M1 Finance over to Merrill. So with that being said, if you are brand new to the channel, have not yet subscribed, go down below, hit the red button to subscribe, make it gray, hit the bell to be notified every time we release a brand new video, and of course give this video a thumbs up, make it blue. And it really helps out the channel, helps others find this video. And of course, if you are subscribing, brand new subscriber, we're going to be covering topics in the future of making money, saving money, and investing money. We've been going through a big transition, and we have our own website called Investing on the Go, where we're going to be putting out different content of making money and investing money, saving money, but also here on the channel as well. And if you haven't followed me over on Instagram or on Facebook, follow me at Brent Matters Investing. Lately, we've been running our two businesses here online, kind of starting up our social media platform, kind of growing that out a bit more online and on Instagram, and continuing to grow our real estate business. And also, my wife recently jumped into Amazon FBA. So we're going to be kind of showcasing and journaling that in itself over on our website and along on her YouTube channel as well. So she's kind of created some content, but she still has to edit it and put it out. But we're going to be definitely covering some ideas for making money, saving money, and investing money here later on the channel and on her channel as well and online. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, why exactly am I transferring from one brokerage to another? Well, back in 2004, 2005, when I started investing in mutual funds and in ETFs, all I had was my thrift savings plan back from the Army, and that was a pretty steady investing in a mutual fund. It was like the C fund, which tracks the S&P 500. It wasn't until 2014, 2015 where I started to look at individual stocks such as Amazon, Tesla. And at that time, I had opened up my account over at Motive Investing, I believe it was the platform, and that allowed me to invest in fractional shares prior to M1 Finance, prior to Robinhood or all these other brokerages doing it. And I kind of got into investing in individual companies. Now, between 2015 and here in 2021, the whole brokerages have changed. Robinhood came out and started offering free trades on their platform. That all of a sudden made new investors or existing investors move over to Robinhood, and all these older, Vanguard, Schwab, Merrill, Fidelity, they all saw that investors were flocking from their platforms where they were charging $10 to buy, $10 to sell, $5 or $10 to do an option. And they were charging fees for every single thing. You want a statement, you get a fee associated with that. So there were a ton of fees associated with these older brokerages. And Robinhood, Webull, M1 Finance, they've came out in between 2015 and 2021, and they've really changed the way that these older brokerages have changed as well. Fidelity, Schwab, they offer fractional shares. $0 trades now is being offered at just every brokerage now these days. Every brokerage has $0 trades from M1 Finance, Webull, Merrill, Vanguard, Schwab, Fidelity. If you're doing options, generally the options are either very inexpensive or free in some cases. So, there's been a whole change out there. And in between 2015 and 2021, I have opened up brokerages over at Motive Investing, at Merrill, at Robinhood, Webull, at SoFi, at Stash, at Acorns. That's 7 brokerages right there alone. And over these years, I just had way too many. So I started closing them down. And here I am in 2021 consolidating them all into one brokerage. And I've looked at both Fidelity and Merrill as my sort of last area, and I decided to go with Merrill just because when I went over the tools between Fidelity and Merrill and where I spend most of my time researching actual stocks, I spend much more time on my Merrill Edge platform researching, getting the stories for the companies that I'm looking into or investing. I can also see what my current holdings are really easy, my unrealized, my realized. I can check out how much actual, my estimated income is for the companies that I currently hold in my portfolio. I can turn on drip really quick and easy. I can look at just about everything that I want in my portfolio, whether it's the securities, how much I've made, how much I've lost, my dividends, just really, really quickly. And I do a lot of my research on here as well. And I've looked at the options on Fidelity, and I do options on Merrill. It's much easier here on the Merrill platform, on the application as well. I just like the application both online and on the app on my phone as well, much better than Fidelity. So I've decided to go with Merrill, even though they may not offer fractional shares. That's not going to stop me in the end from buying the companies that I love and invest with. And been writing much more call option, covered call options on Merrill versus anywhere else. And just by consolidating my capital from M1 Finance, it just allowed me to do that much more, easier. And the account that we have kind of shared here on the YouTube channel with the $30,000 in it, that is not my account. That was my wife's account. My own account over with M1 Finance is much more smaller at around $10,000, which more of my capital is actually invested at Merrill versus M1 Finance. So I'm only adding about $10,000 from my M1 Finance account, and then at that same time, I'm depositing another $15,000 from a rollover IRA for my thrift savings plan. So we're just kind of consolidating equity into one single account. That way we can kind of take advantage of the amount of shares that we can buy and start to write some covered call options here in the future, 2021 and beyond. So that's kind of the background there and why I've chosen Merrill overall. Now let's go ahead and cover the process of transferring. Hopefully that wasn't too long, and you guys can kind of see, all the options that we've had over the years and just why it makes sense to consolidate here in 2021. Okay, so first of all, if you haven't used Merrill in the past, you will need to sign up in order to transfer to the Merrill platform. You're going to definitely want to open up a individual account, depending on the account that you're transferring over. If you have a taxable account, either individual or joint, you're gonna have to open that same account here on the Merrill platform. If you're doing a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA or a SEP IRA, you're gonna have to open up those as well individually in order to make the transfer. Once you have that account open on the platform, you're gonna go ahead and be logged in. Click on the Accounts tab up at the top and select Transfer Money and Securities. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and select Securities and Accounts, and it kind of showcases that this usually takes a little over a week, 8+ days there for this process to happen. Next, you're going to have to select to move your assets from an external account. So here, you're going to go ahead and select the drop down, and it's going to give you a list of your accounts that you currently have, but you're transferring from an external account. So you're going to go ahead and select Add External Account. Now from here, I'm transferring from M1 Finance, and their clearing is Apex Clearing. So in this case, I typed, there's a drop-down option here where I selected Apex Clearing. Next, I selected the account type that I'm transferring over. Again, you have to match it. So if you're transferring an individual account, a joint account, traditional IRA, Roth IRA, or SEP IRA, which is what M1 Finance offers, then you just select your account type there, and you're going to have your account number, your estimated value of the assets that you have. If you don't know where that's at, we're going to go ahead and cover that here in the next shot. So let's go ahead and jump over to M1 Finance now. Now, if you are transferring from M1 Finance, you're going to go ahead and log into the platform. You're going to go ahead and select your name. You can see how much here I have, only 9,600 here, and it's all invested in VTI, so it's not anything crazy. Here, we're going to go ahead and select your name up at the top. That's going to allow you to view your account settings. From here, you're going to go ahead and select the tab Documents, and then go down to your latest statement. So here, we're in April, but maybe when you're watching this, it's already May, and you're going to go ahead and select April or May brokerage statement. From here, again, up at the top, you're going to verify that, again, it is Apex Clearing Corporation, and you're going to go ahead and copy your account number from here. And again, this is, make sure that you're copying the correct account number from the correct account. So again, this is a Roth IRA that I'm copying the account number from, and we're going to go ahead and punch it here into the account number. And then you're going to go ahead and put in your estimated value of your asset. So I just put in the capital that I have in there at the time. That can fluctuate on a day-by-day basis. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of punch that in there for now. And then you're going to go ahead at the bottom, make sure that if you selected a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, SEP IRA, that you select the same account type on the bottom as well. And once you've done that, hit continue. Now here, and it's going to verify that you're transferring from Apex Roth IRA over to the Roth IRA on the Merrill platform. You're going to go ahead and punch in your name, middle name, it's optional, last name, address, city, state, and zip code. You're going to have to answer a few questions. So, is your Apex Clearing an old pension account? In this case, most of us will say no. Does your Apex Clearing pension account hold any options? Does it hold any options? And M1 Finance doesn't have options. So in this case, I selected no. And in here, do you want to transfer your entire Apex Clearing account? And in this case, I selected yes, because we are 100% transferring out of M1 Finance. And then you're going to go ahead and select continue. Now, after you've selected continue, you're going to have to provide a little bit more information. There's documents that are going to be submitted. And in this case, the only document that I needed to submit was that statement that we had up here at the top. So from here, we downloaded this to our computer, and we have it in our downloads folder. All I had to do here was select the button, and then I just had to add the document on there for my April statement. If it's May, you could, any day in the future, go ahead and just drop your latest statement into there and then hit continue. And that's basically it. That's all I had to do in order to transfer out of M1 Finance. Now I'm just kind of in that wait phase. Merrill's going to handle the rest of the operation as far as contacting M1 Finance and beginning the whole transfer process out of the old brokerage to a new brokerage account. So that is basically all the steps from A to Z in transferring from M1 Finance to Merrill, and why I am transferring from one brokerage to another. I'm really just kind of consolidating all of my accounts because I do want to be able to hold and do more covered calls on my Merrill platform. I want to be able to buy when I want to buy, sell when I want to sell, do my options, actually be able to research on the platform. Merrill, M1 Finance doesn't have a lot of tools in order to research, so I'm always having to use my Merrill platform. If I'm wanting to track my income, I'm having to use a spreadsheet, whereas over on Merrill, it does everything for me. It lets me know when a stock is going to be paying a dividend, what month it's going to be paying, what day it's going to be paying, how much it's going to be paying, and it estimates all of that for me really quick and easy, where I don't have to go out of my way to find and buy some spreadsheet or track my own spreadsheet in order to do that. So that is basically it in a nutshell for transferring from M1 Finance over to Merrill. So that is going to be it for this video. Again, if you guys are brand new to the channel, have not yet subscribed, go down below, hit the red button to subscribe, make it gray, hit the bell to be notified every time I release a brand new video, and of course, give this video a thumbs up, make it blue, really helps out others see this video, get help. And of course, if you guys haven't checked me out on Instagram or Facebook, it is Brent Mentors Investing. And also check out our website, investingonthego.com. We're going to be tracking and posting about our Amazon FBA journey and other ways to make money, save money, and invest money. Okay, that is it. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.